Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Four down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Focus, focus. Show that bench release and go.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Take both of them. Set, like 80. 24.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
First carry for James Conner. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Le'Veon Bell saga, that continues to drag on, but James Conner, he's showing he can handle the load. 19 carries, 111 yards last week against Cincy.
And when I saw him in preseason, I knew he was back to being the James Conner we saw at his best in college at Pitt before he went through his illness with leukemia and beat that. So you know the determination. You know the athletic ability. Over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Could have had a 3rd touchdown, but the Steelers chose not to appeal, or what would you say, review a call where it looked like he may have broken the plane. He's doing it running. He's doing it catching, and the team is rallying around him in a big way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Mahomes going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. Pittsburgh taking back over here in a second on offense. And the Steelers back on the beam after their second straight win, third in the last 4 games, defeating division rival Cincy this past week in Charles, 28-21.
Yeah, and that's the 7th straight win over Cincinnati, including the postseason. And we all remember that last postseason meeting where it looked like Cincinnati had them beat, and it got away from them. Some teams just have other teams' numbers, and right now that's what Pittsburgh has going against Cincinnati. But the open week, next week, could not have come at a better time for Pittsburgh. They're hot, but they'll get a chance to get some rest. And then their next 2 games in the division, Cleveland, who's played better this year despite their loss this past week against the L.A. Chargers, and then Baltimore, who's shutting everyone down on defense, especially in the second half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
50.
Ben to throw again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. And connection number one there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. He may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number one target.
Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
And
he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City Chiefs coming back out onto the field here, and they were part of the game of the week for Week 6, right? I mean, no doubt that game against New England, 43-40. Now they lost, first loss of the season, but boy, that was fun to watch on Sunday night.
It certainly was. It's maybe the game of the year thus far, and we were all anticipating it, and they delivered. Patrick Mahomes, a little bit of a struggle in the first half, but boy, did he explode in the second. 352 yards for the game, 4 touchdowns. Did throw the 2 picks in the first half, and he definitely went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady.
I said pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Hayward in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger dancing to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. Well, they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. With that incompletion, let's discuss all the overtime games that we've had so far in the NFL. We've had 9 of them, at least one each week. Week 6, it was Miami and the Bears with the Dolphins getting the win.
Yeah, and you know something? That's an NFL record because that record was set week 5, an overtime game each of the first 5 weeks of the season. Now we're adding to the record, and I wouldn't doubt at all that we would get to 7 weeks and maybe beyond. It's been a very competitive NFL season.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarm.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes, forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Left, left, left! Beat these two!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Beat these two.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They come out here in the eye. Here's Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Mahomes now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Caught here by Conley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And a short gain here down to the 22. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
8, set, 180. Snickers, 66.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going deep for Hill. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. This one complete, right side to McDonald. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
And he's got Rodgers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bell sheds him off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey! Focus.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.